Yo, bro, if you're trying to do No Nut November, you have already failed. Like, straight up, you have already failed. Like, you probably always cringe over people who set out to do New Year's resolution, right? There's this thing like New Year resolution. Yeah, I'm gonna work out this month. Oh, yeah, those fat people ain't gonna work out, bro. And I know you cringe over that. But if you think about it, it's the same thing that you do. It's the same thing that you're doing when you're setting out to do, like, oh yeah, this time, this November, I'm gonna do No Nut November. Last year I wasn't able to do because of some such and such, because I wasn't disciplined. But this year is the year. And guess what? It never works. I'm not like discouraging or anything, but it's a fact. It's a fact. And unless you admit that it was never about No Nut November, because majority of the people, they would just tell to do like No Nut November just for the dopamine of getting it. You know, you want to start a business and then you think about, oh yeah, YouTube would be fun. Oh, I want to do YouTube. And then you talk about your friends all day. Ah, yeah, I'm gonna do YouTube. I'm gonna do YouTube. I'm gonna do YouTube. Okay. But then it never happens. It's the same thing. Why the October 31st? Why will the October 31st version of you be different from the November 1st? Nothing's changed. You're still the fucking jerk offer. The person who jerks off, bro. And I don't even blame you, because there's a higher level to this, if you think about it. Just take a look at who created this No Nut November. If you have some like in-depth idea, that's fine and good. But if you're like somewhat new to No Nut November, you don't know what the fuck it is. It's essentially created by a group of people, I suppose, like from Reddit or whatever. A group of people like volunteering. It's not like those fucking government groups or the Matrix or whatever. It's just a group of people like you who have created this group, organization, community to just I guess go against fapping and porn. So they have created like a No Nut November as a, you know, practice that they do, an event that they do, where they go 30 days without fapping, 31 days without fapping, whatever. It's 30 days. November has 30 days, bro. I don't fail at math, bro. What you want to do instead? Fuck everything. Okay, fuck everything. Literally, close your ears, close your eyes, close your mouth. You don't have to give a fuck about all that. Okay, all the people on the internet are gonna be talking about NNN this, NNN that. You're gonna be watching memes on Instagram about NNN when you are doing NNN, but she is doing this. And then people are gonna be on the comments laughing around, cracking more jokes. But then, there is you addicted to social media. You don't want that to happen, okay? Fuck everything else. Focus on the present moment. I know when I say present moment, it's like, okay, like, right? Because, okay, present moment, okay, what the fuck, it's so insignificant. But really, focus on what's happening right now. Because here you are, you want to quit fapping, not because of like passing No Nut November and achieving the accomplishment, getting a like achievement after that, being famous at school because you passed No Nut November, or being famous among your friend group because you're like, oh yeah, bro, I was able to do No Nut November. Huh? Bro, you're so great. How are you able to do it? Ah, bro, I watched this. It was never about that. It was because you were fucking pissed off, aren't you? Bro, you were pissed off of fapping, of porn, of the people. I mean, who the fuck even created Pornhub? Right? Like, why are there like these people? They're using you, your masculine self, your testosterone as a young man. We are supposed to change the world, really move the world, but here lies an average man in this modern day, can't even control his pee boner. What the fuck, man? I'm not saying you shouldn't like fap or anything like that. I'm not saying to cut it out completely from ejaculation, but at least cut out from like porn, of excess ejaculation. For me, I'm like day 90 of nofap. And by the way, bro, I didn't do this because of like No Nut November, because you know for a fact you never wanted the No Nut November. You wanted the discipline. You wanted the hard work. You wanted the productive day that comes after it. You wanted all those benefits of like No Nut November Day 90 and all that. And by the way, I've created a video on No Nut November Day 90 benefits exposed and the mindsets that I have. And that is like a 35-minute video. I'm planning to make out another video where I like put everything in sequence, almost like day 1, what should you do? Day 7, what should you do? And all that, so that you can like relate to whatever day you are currently at on NoFap. Although I don't suggest you to count it, but just like a rough estimate of whatever is happening. And I'm gonna make a video on that. I'm also really excited about this because, bro, if I watched that video like a year ago when I was fapping on October 31st, that would have really helped me. I wanted to work out better because I knew if I, do No Nut November, I knew if I did like NoFap or semen retention, I would gain more muscle and I would attract more girls, and my friends will see me bigger, and then I'll be so looking good in the mirror. But that never happened. Every time I did No Nut November, that never happened. 2 years of No Nut November. 3 years. Every single time I tried, but I struggled. I counted like 5 days, which was pretty good actually, because I was jerking off like 3 times. 3 times in a row whenever I do masturbate, because I'm like kind of weird. I don't just end up doing one. If I have to do one, I have to do twice. This is like weird tendency that I have. Jerking off a lot, bro. And here I am, I've made the transition. And I'm telling you, bro, as I said in the beginning, if No Nut November is the thing you're doing, you've already failed. What you want to do is instead to think long term. How can I fap lesser this month than how I did last month? This is the mindset that I started with on my NoFap journey. How can I fap lesser this month than I did last month? I remember February, I fapped like 30 times. March, I fapped like 30 times. April, then I started working on myself. I started reading books on, semen retention, the way of the superior man, the male advantage. April, I fapped only like 20 times, or even lesser than that. May, I fapped like 10 times. June, I started to make huge progress. 4 times. July, 4 times. No, July was like 2 times. Just fuck it. Fuck the numbers, bro. You get the idea. Just fap lesser than how you did like a previous months ago. In fact, if you are in a down bed rut, and if you genuinely think that you cannot do better than last month, so what? Do better than last year. Last year, you fapped 365 times. Okay. This year, you fapped 350 times. Sounds easy, right? Doesn't even have to take much. And when you're removing fapping from your life, you want to replace that with something else, a productive thing. It could be a productive habit. Let me tell you some of the productive habits that I do. Reading, studying, recording videos, or whatever is your purpose. Meditation, journaling, working out, socializing with my friends, and also spending time with my family. Stretching, just praying, and then getting a good night's sleep after a good night meal and a good night day meal after all those days. There could be a lot of good habits depending on what your goal actually is. And let me tell you, bro, let me ask you, what is your goal? If you can answer this question, props to you. But if you cannot answer this question, like what is your goal? What is the big thing in your life right now? What are you obsessing over right now? If you don't know that answer, then you need to work on that first. Knowing your goal is your current goal. And I want you to journal about it, think about it. What have you been doing? What do you want? Where is the desire what do you want coming from? Where is the desire of making money coming from? Because a lot of young guys want to make money without even controlling their PP first, bro. At this stage, you are at level negative. You want to reach at least level 0. You're at level negative, jerking off, can't even control your willpower, can't even control your, PP, horniness, can't even control your discipline or self-control, all of that. You want to get to a level 0 where all of your habits, bad habits, like jerking off, watching porn, wasting time on social media, internet, looking at comment section, you want to reach to level 0. And the way you do that takes time. But No Nut November is not where it's at. Improve your life one step at a time, always.